looking for Super Pop Rocks. Cover her.
And welcome to Afternoons Delight. So let's get to it, y'all, man. We had some more stuff going on here. Ooh, man, what a match. What a match, right? So we had the NXT Women's Championship match between Roxanne Perez defending her title against Toxic Attraction Gigi Dolin and Jacy Jayne. Let me tell you, these girls are rock stars. These girls are rock stars, man. I saw when they entrance played, I saw everybody like get up and stand up. Like their interest is just something else, man. But yeah, man, this match was very interesting because you knew it was going to play out as a 2-on-1, especially to start. And then at some point, there was going to be some dissension between Gigi and Jacy because you know both of them want the title. And Booker even mentioned it like, it's all about the money, man. Like, at some point, somebody going to have to take a back seat. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, and for Roxanne, and remember, okay, so on Tuesday's promo, right, backstage promo, if you remember, Roxy never got a chance to say how she was going to win the match. I believe what she was going to say was she was going to win the match based off of getting Gigi and Jacy to turn on each other. And they did just that. And Roxanne was a genius for not really making it obvious that that was going to be her strategy going into the match. But actually, really, Gigi and Jacy did it to themselves. They did it to themselves going against each other instead of just making a deal. And this is why Booker mentioned this, because he knew at some point the ego was going to play in a part. And I'm guessing one of them, probably Jacy, did not follow through with the plan. The original plan probably was throughout the match, make sure Roxanne Perez is taken out and we just win the match. But the problem is both of them had egos and they couldn't decide who was going to be the one to actually hold the title instead of just making sure the title comes back home to Toxic Attraction. But it is what it is. But there was a lot of good shots at this point. There was later in the match, there was one point where after they had already turned on each other, Gigi and Jacy, where Gigi had kind of went out of control. Like Gigi was looking kind of scary in this match. She had some extra black paint. She was looking super emo-ish in this match, looking like she was kind of half dead. But yeah, man, she was going crazy at one point. And then Jacy was being super arrogant at one point too, in a lot of this match. But I love how they was telling the story throughout the match, both Jacy and Gigi, just how super, man, they told the story how arrogant they are. They are just like Mandy Rose. They are super arrogant. And ever since Mandy, slipped away, they've been coming apart, man. So let's get into how this happened. So the crowd was really into the match, and there was even a part where they were actually chanting for Roxy and Gigi Dolin. So that lets you know that the crowd really loves them some Gigi Dolin. But Jacy Jayne needs some more appreciation. But I like it though because Jacy, this is what propels her to be a top heel. And she is just like Shawn Michaels. She even did the DX thing at one point in the match. I was like, man, this is awesome. So anyway, so let's get through the match here. Gigi asked Jacy to get the tables. This is when they were kind of back on the same page, right? So she asked him to get the tables. This is an ode to Bully Ray and Devon Dudley, the Dudley brothers. In AEW, Ruby Soho and Willow Nightingale did that in the street fight as well a few weeks ago on AEW. So there's been a lot of odes to the Dudley brothers, and I love it. But anyways, Perez hit Gigi with the pop rocks, and this was a great pop rocks. This was on ringside when this happened. So Perez tackled Jayne into the apron and dragged her back into the ring. Jacy caught Perez on the top of the rope with a gaming Giri, and then Jayne blocked a superplex and pummeled Jayne with a clubbing blows. And then this is the spot. Perez kicked Gigi and sent her through the table, bro. That was awesome. That was awesome. So Gigi went through the table, and Perez, how about this? A super pop rocks. The super cold red to pick up the victory, man. That super pop rock was awesome. I love Roxanne Perez has one of the best finishers I've seen, not just in the women's division, but in pro wrestling period. I love her finisher, man. Her and Sol Ruka had the two best finishers in the women's so far for me in women's pro wrestling right now. They got the two best, her and Sol Ruka, and it's crazy because they're both on NXT. I love Roxanne Perez's finisher, but she won in almost 15 minutes, so she's going to keep the belt. Let me go to the poll that y'all put up as well. The poll that I put up earlier today and revealed the results. Nice turnout too. I appreciate everybody that voted. And this poll is only 15 hours ago. 774 votes, almost 800 votes per Roxanne Perez. I was surprised that the poll was so heavy on Roxanne Perez, but everybody was 80% of the poll was right. Gigi Dolin got 14, Jacy got 6%. And I did it, and you know what's crazy? The way I set it up, it's set up perfectly first through third. I knew Jacy was going to come in last place. I knew Gigi would be in second. I knew it was going to go that way. That's how I set it up that way. Crazy, man. Let me know y'all thoughts. I'm going to come back to wrap this up, man. Okay, you guys, make sure y'all going ahead and hit the like button, comment, and share the video. Also, make sure you guys also donate to the channel by hitting the thanks button below, or you can hit up the Cash App, $SAC Exchange, to send any donation to the Cash App. Here are the top donators, and you can fit yourself in this list at any time if you donate at least $2 or more. Thank you. So yeah, man, to wrap this up, man. What a match. What a match, first of all. Crazy match. A lot of good finishes. I actually, so, you know what's crazy about this match, too? The steel cage match was a little bit of a disappointment to me. It wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. I actually think Becky Lynch and Bayley might be a better steel cage match on Raw this Monday. But this woman's match should have been the main event, to be honest with y'all. I understand why Grayson Waller and Braun Breaker were the main event. This should have been the main event. This told the better story inside and outside the ring. And it was a better match overall to me. I think the women's match was way better. They could have closed the show with this one. They might want to consider who, depending on who Roxanne faces at Stand and Deliver, they might want to consider putting Roxy in that main event in LA for Stand and Deliver. But I don't know if they're going to do that because Braun Breaker and Carmelo Hayes are like they're on a collision course for Stand and Deliver. And Carmelo Hayes is big time, so there's no way they'll probably be able to do that in LA. But and that's the question now. Who is Roxanne's next opponent? It can't be Cora Jade yet. Cora Jade, I think, overall, I still believe this in my heart of hearts, and some of you have said this too, she will be the one to take the belt off of Roxanne Perez, but it won't be this year, though. I think it'll be next year. Whenever they're ready for Roxanne to go to the main roster, which I believe will be next year, they will probably do it like that. I don't know who's next outside of Zoe Stark, though. Zoe Stark is the only one I can see that will be next, but Zoe Stark is like kind of battling with Indy Hartwell and Sol Ruka right now, so I don't even know if that'll happen. So it's gonna be interesting to see who is in there. If Isla Dawn and Alba Fire aren't a tag team, maybe they could do something with Isla Dawn. I don't know, man. I don't know who it's gonna be. That's why I can't wait. As far as House of Contraction goes, Gigi Dolin and Jacy Jayne, them losing actually helps them stay together, and they need to stay together. They're too awesome together for right now. They will be ready one day to have a solo, to change it to a solo run. I think that's when Jacy Jayne is going to stand out more, is when she finally has a solo career. But I believe right now they should just stay together. Maybe go back after the tag team titles. That could be next as well. They needed I would love to see them have one more run before they leave the NXT. Being in NXT tag team titles again, but also they could be headed to the main roster as well. So at the draft, which is in a couple of months, so we're gonna see what's gonna happen next. We are going to see what's gonna happen next, man. Interesting stuff. Let me know y'all thoughts on this, man. I thank y'all for watching this video. After news, to like.